Well, hello and welcome back to the Hinnom game. So we've moved much farther in the future since since the last few bad turns, and stopped very awkwardly on turn 33. So I'm going to do one more turn this episode. Winter Year 2, we received one death gem from Russ, and he says, on guard. We got to Blood Magic 4, captured 8 Blood Slaves in Norville, and then we captured 10 in that forest, and there was a battle here. Vanheim is taking me out of his cap circle. Nothing. We don't win. He has a lot of Vanheers here. It's a very scary army. Picked up an Eye Catcher. Not sure what I'm going to do with that. And there's a new deathmatch that's going to happen. No spell casting still. A lot of spell casting, or no spell casting arenas that have gone on for a while. And just killing bandits. So, this turn, just blood hunting over here. Got a champion delivering them back, and then another guy ready to pick up the remainder. This turn, really just blood hunting and settling in for the Russ invasion. Also, I'm really worried about Lanka attacking me with all these monkeys nearby. But other than that, just building up my mage core and trying to blood hunt. My goals presently, I wanted to get enchantment 5 because I wanted to spam Horde of Skeletons. Because now that I have empowered one of my Horite Shamans in Death, he can forge these Skull Staffs. So I'm going to get some of the Shamans and just hand out the staffs. I'm forging a Bloodstone with my God, which will be just a general useful booster, and I've got a lot of items. Yeah, not really much going on this turn. I think Femoria at this point is gearing up. Femoria and Niflheim are gearing up for an invasion of Urmor. Because of Eternal Pyre, they think he's scary. Lanka's pretty scary too, though, with all this land. And Mother Oak being cast. Anyway, a bit of a slower turn. And then 34 is the one I just looked at, so 35. So we got Enchantment 4, and then a lot of thrones were claimed. The Jotun guy claimed the Outer Throne. And Urmor claimed the Throne of Water. We got 12 Blood Slaves, and then we got 13 Blood Slaves, picking up a lot of Blood Slaves. And here, this is just Russ's attacking force here. He's got like 60 Fire Gems, I think, worth of bears. He's got an incredibly expensive coalition of Chud Skin Shifters. He's got his Pretender God even, who's actually pretty beat up. I think I talked to this player later, and he told me his Pretender got diseased, and so he picked up all these unfortunate afflictions. And he got cursed, too. So, really unfortunate. But he's kitted out, still. He's got a lot of gems. He's got some of these Bear Warriors, which are also really expensive units. They're kind of like Vanheers, except not as good, of course, because their protection sucks, but they still hit really hard. And then some Blackhawks. Presumably only bringing these along for their siege strength, because they're flyers, I guess. I just have a little PD here. But you can see this is Russ's actual Bless. They don't have regeneration like I thought, but they do have shock and fire resistance. They have a fire shield, and they have charged bodies. Which is interesting. Did he... Yeah, some Blackhawks got annihilated with a lightning bolt. And then the death match is occurring, and only Atlanta sent in one guy, who got the Champion's Trident. Which is a decent weapon, but you can't stop holding it. So, yeah. I'm just forming up on my capital at this point. I don't feel safe with Orev down here anymore. because maybe Vanheim's moving in to attack me. Oh yeah, I think this turn, I didn't see it, but I think after, yes, this definitely happened. After Russ took this province, the 38 Vanheers that were in this province moved here, and they bumped. I didn't get to see the battle, of course, but Vanheim did not win. Vanheim got annihilated. So that was actually a really convenient thing that happened and saved me a lot of trouble. Otherwise, just researching, I'm 3 research points off of Enchantment 5, which is sad. Still building more Horite Shamans, blood hunting. I'm picking up a lot of blood slaves in a very short amount of time with all these blood hunts. So turn 36. Messenger arrived from Atlantis, declaring the defensive pact between Urmor and them is over, and their nap is now burning away. Got some more blood slaves. This is Niflheim finishing off Calum, I guess. This is Calum's god. Yeah, I mean, as Calum, undead leadership 60. I think Calum already has high death units, or high death mages. Let me double check. Air, some water, earth, and death. Yeah, don't they have a death too? Yeah, this guy. Sometimes he's death too. Yeah, that's good enough. He can make a skull staff. You don't need death on Calum's pretender. At least I don't think so. Maybe if you're trying something specific. And then Fomoria's just robbing Calum. No, what? I guess Calum stole this province. Calum went AI, by the way, and Agartha too. They're both dead and gone. Oh, nice. We lowered unrest without killing people. Foresaw a great disaster and avoided it. Very nice. Just some of my scouts getting executed. Here we can see some of the magnificent long dead units that Lanka are shafted with. Because even when they summon their undead units, sometimes they get these... Sometimes they just get Marcadas. And, I mean, these things are no better dead than they were alive. I mean, they are. They have 50 morale, but... Like, look at this thing. It's just useless. It sucks. The only thing this does for you is, like, hurt the morale of your army, because you're going to take HP loss and trigger the morale route. And then he has some long dead units. That's over here on his throne. Still stockpiling troops over here. I asked him about it if he was going to invade me, and he told me there was some sort of special site that I had somehow missed with all this site searching. And that it was like a demon province that was causing a bunch of unrest to happen, so I was like, oh, okay. I mean, whatever. I'm taking all my mages and I'm heading to my capital to defend it, because I'm pretty sure he's going to storm my capital, and I've got Enchantment 5 next turn. My next plan is to rush Blood 7. There are 2 reasons for this. One, it gives me access to Father Ill-Earth, which is the big one, which is a great Earth-Blood super combatant that is extremely hard to kill unless you can make him fail a magic resistance check and just kill him instantly. And really the only way to do that is like Ray of Disintegration, because I think he doesn't have a soul. I think he can't be Soul Slayed. Not sure. But also Astral Corruption is not an impossible spell to cast. Not on my god. I could definitely pull this off. I would need to empower an Astral once, like give my god a crystal coin, have him sit, and then empower him in Astral, and then empower him twice in Blood. And empowering my god in Blood is a scary idea. But, you know, we're kind of at the point in the game where my chance of victory is quite slim to none, and I have to fight this massive Russ army. I don't know where, like, the scouting report is giving me really weird intel here. Anyway, just researching, forging this crystal matrix, that way I can put Orev in a communion. Skull staffs. Alright. Still making Hoberg crossbowmen. This was turn 36. So turn 37. Blood hunted in my capital, which was a mistake in retrospect. Yeah, nothing really to say there. That was just kind of unfortunate. I'm empowering this lizard shaman in water because I had these 50 water gems just sitting that I couldn't do anything with. Maybe that was not the best idea, but my plan for this guy was to, since I have enchantment 5, have him cast Foul Vapors in the battle. Basically, my plan for the battle is I'm not going to be able to win off of... I just canceled whatever this guy was doing. Who cares? Was to just win off of, like, insane battlefield magic. I don't have it scripted yet, but a big communion, like, this guy casting Curse of Stones, because he's got a Crystal Matrix too. Foul Vapors, Howl, spamming hordes of skeletons, and then Fire Elementals to back it up. That's the plan, anyway. And yeah, I mean, he walked onto Hinnom with a much smaller section of wizards. I don't know why he did this. I mean, it was enough, but he casted Howl, casted Air Elemental. Some of his units are running around in a very weird way. Oh, I guess they're chasing... What? What are they doing? What are these guys doing? Have they lost themselves? What is the AI doing? What? Oh, maybe the priests are scripted to stay behind troops. That could be it. That was very weird. We can't afford all the gold, or we can't afford to pay all of our troops, so some Hobergs are fleeing back into the forest, but that's okay. It's no big deal. So turn 38. We got to Blood 5, we successfully empowered that guy in water, and we are going to proselytize the new person. We got 12 death gems, which is very nice. In 3 months, everyone will get a -3 penalty on attack and defense because of darkness. Just checking out what's going on in Chalad still. He's got this woman, presumably blood searching, blood hunting. This is the reanimator priest that Lanka gets. This is the woman who summons these horrible, like, long-dead Bandars and long-dead Marcadas. Yeah, still can't afford anything. Russ moved the majority of his army onto my capital now. He's also building a fort here on this throne. Looks like Vanheim lost this to long-dead lizards. Strange. Just a lot of troops moving over here from Bandar Log. Femoria over here somehow. I have to assume it's either coming from me or Vanheim. And I look like a much easier target. So I'm kind of concerned. I'm not patrolling over here with these guys and blood hunting. Because I don't want them to be in the forest. I'm worried that they'll get assassinated. That they'll just get dunked on by the Bandar army moving over here, and then it's like, well, where do they go? Nowhere, they just die. A lot of my scouts have been exterminated as of late, so my intel isn't as good anymore of the map. But I think the Urmorian invasion is going to commence soon, and our walls are holding pretty good. It only took out less than 200 integrity. We cast Twiceborn 3 times because I don't want to lose these guys. They're pretty nice to have. Still going down Blood 7. And then the plan after that I thought of. So here at Enchantment 6, there's a few cool things we get. We could potentially cast Relief if we get a big enough communion. If we put a Horite Shaman in a communion, he could cast Rigor Mortis, which would be pretty neat. There's a lot of dome spells that we get access to, like Dome of Arcane Warding. I mean, Enlivened Statues is good, but I have a better plan for my Earth Gems, which is to cast Earthblood Deepwell. And then later, Stellar Focus. That's what I want at Enchantment 7. Earthblood Deepwell, I'll have to summon the Father Ilurf and then empower him once in Earth, because he's just not big enough on his own. But we're really stockpiling Earth Gems, so we could do it. And then after that, after empowering him, we could give him a Bloodstone, so then he'd be Blood 6 and he could do it. And Stellar Focus, I mean, with a Crystal Coin, my god can just do on his own. So yeah, nothing really to this turn. He's still sieging me down. Yeah, my lab here got blown up, which is pretty unfortunate. Can't produce any more of my Lizard Shamans for a time, and I'm not going to have the money for a while. I decide to proselytize 11-minute fast castle, which is a pretty fast castle time. Yeah, again, nothing really going on this turn, just sort of waiting for Russ to crack open my fort so we can start a battle. We get Blood 6, yeah, I get my Prophet. I send another scout who gets assassinated here. Walls are damaged by Russ. They're probably going to fall next turn. Still just researching down blood and going for Blood 7. I think this woman's a Holy 3 priest, so I think she's here to claim the throne. These are the thrones as they presently are, by the way. I don't think I showed them earlier. So yes, that's about it for this video. A little bit on the slower end, but being practically in a one-province minor means there's not as much involvement for me anymore. But next turn, and indeed the next several episodes, will be a lot more action-packed. So, till then.